What's up YouTube, the Budget Gamer here, and today I'm going to be talking about where I get my used PC parts at. I get a lot of questions about this, so I thought it was only fair to make a video about it. One of my go-to places for parts is Facebook. This may sound strange, but Facebook is actually a pretty good place to find parts. Here on Facebook, you have groups, marketplaces, and other features that allow you to hunt down parts in your local area. I like using this because a lot of the time people don't know how much things are worth or selling, or they're just trying to get rid of it and they just want to make an extra buck. So you can get things for super cheap. I once saw an i5 system with 4 gigs of RAM for only 80 bucks, and it came with a monitor, keyboard, and printer. So that's a steal. Another place I like to pick up parts is the used computer store. If your city has one, I highly suggest you check it out. Here they have used graphics cards, computer cases, power supplies, and more. They also sell new stuff and different connectors that you need. A lot of the time they offer warranties. The store that's closest to me offers a 30-day warranty, so if it craps out on you or it doesn't work from the start, you can take it back, get your money back, or even trade it for something else. Another place I like to use is eBay. I like using eBay when I need to find something specific. I like it because it's less than the computer store, and it's a lot cheaper than buying it brand new from Amazon or Newegg or something like that. Now, I saved this one for last because this is the one I use the most by far, and that's Craigslist. Now, I know a lot of people don't like using Craigslist, but you get a lot of really good deals on here, and you're able to barter and even trade for some things. I purchased the vast majority of my computers from Craigslist, along with the parts and some of the peripherals. I even sold a lot of those computers on Craigslist as well, so I highly recommend using this. One thing about Craigslist is it's really hit or miss, and it really depends on where you live. I live in San Antonio, Texas, and that's a really big city, and the cyber industry is huge out here, so everyone's always selling computers. But if you live in somewhere small, like when I used to live in New Mexico, or some of the small areas in Texas and around the country, it's really hard to find parts, and you may have to do some driving if you want to get something good. I live in San Antonio, but I actually found a computer that I wanted in San Marcos. That's about like a 40-minute drive from where I stay at. So I was willing to make the drive because the price was really good and the computer was decent, and that's what I used today. There are some other drawbacks to using Craigslist. I haven't had to worry about this since I've been using it, but safety is one thing. If you want to use Craigslist, I highly recommend that you meet with a person in a safe area, preferably during the day. If anyone wants to meet you at night or somewhere really like in a bad neighborhood or something like that, I suggest you look elsewhere or try to get them to meet you somewhere else, because it's not worth putting your safety at risk. Another thing you need to look out for is scams. Scamming is a big thing on Craigslist. A lot of the time people like break their parts or they just stop working and they decide that they could sell it and make a quick buck. If you see something that is too good to be true, it probably is. For example, if you see a 1080 on there for $100, don't try to buy it. I guarantee something's wrong with it or they're leading something out. You just always have to look out for that because a lot of people do try to scam out there. And it's not always the case on Craigslist, but I've seen it a few times where it happened to friends. They bought something and the person said it was one thing and it turned out to be another. So you definitely don't want to deal with that. If you are worried about getting scammed, there are measures you can take to prevent this from happening. One thing I always do is I always get my parts tested. What I usually do is I meet at their house or I'll meet at my house and they could show me that it is running, it is what they say it is, and I could go from there. If not, I kind of steer away from those parts. If they're afraid to show me that the parts are working, then I don't want to buy them. As long as you keep your eyes open, Craigslist is a great place to pick up used parts. These are the places I personally use, but I know there are many others out there. If you have any places you like to shop, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and keep an eye out for the next video.